Hey everybody, this is Mike with RC4Us. As you can see in the background and probably the thumbnail, this is an unboxing on the Kraton 4S I just picked up from my local hobby shop, Smokestack Hobby Shop. Thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity to do this. I will have a link to their website in the description. They ship everywhere. If you're local here, you already know how great they are, so without further ado, let's get into it. So, the Kraton 4S is finally here. I'm not going to take a lot of time going over super specifics, but I do want to get it out of the box and show it to you. This is me opening it for the first time as well. So, let's get this box lid off of it. I mean, in typical fashion, it's everywhere. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. I have a hard time not looking at it. But it just shows all the new stuff that's involved in this model. It does have a new motor this time, new electronics this time, new differentials this time, new steering. This side just shows that it's longer, obviously, and displaying the chassis, showing the new shocks that are aluminum on this one, bumpers, showing the slipper that everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, I find posting about this that people are either super excited about this thing or they absolutely hate it. It was the stupidest idea ever. Why would they make a 4S truck without a slipper clutch? Or with a slipper clutch and not a center diff, excuse me. I don't have any issues really with the slipper clutch, so I don't really have an opinion on that. But that's just me personally. I guess if it was racing, I'd have more of an opinion. This should just be the radio, I would assume. It looks like the instructions and everything's in here. Let's just get this stuff out of here. I really wish they would have just given us the DX3, but I'll be binding mine after the first run to the DX5 that I pretty much use on everything. You guys notice me yelling at my cat, she's ornery. And I'm not some big famous guy with a studio. This is just my kitchen and my kitchen table. The boxes will probably keep her busy. Wow. I will say them shocks feel really nice. The satisfying part, new RC smell, and pulling that plastic off. Wow. I'm so glad I went with the blue. Such a pretty truck. My first impressions are exactly what I thought they would be. It's phenomenal looking. Their design team kicks it out of the park, I think, with graphics, and they just do a phenomenal job. The boots back, or what are these, Copperhead LPs? They look great. I got them on my EXB at the moment, which I'll bring over here in just a second. Body feels pretty good. Don't just bash blast as always. So it looks pretty sweet. So the jumper they were talking about, this is a 120 amp ESC, so I'm kind of surprised they didn't give us the 130. I'm assuming eventually I'll be swapping this out for like a Max 8. And this 2400 kV motor. And this chassis is long. I have got the big rock over here, which is what used to be the long wheelbase. I believe they're calling this an extra long wheelbase. But the front knuckles and stuff look, you know, just like the V1 Outcast that I have. Those are some beefy arms. So tomorrow we're going to go get this thing its first bash at the BMX park. So I was unsure if I was going to run it just like this or if I was going to go ahead and put the M2C motor mount that I have planned for it and binding it to the DX5. But I decided to just run it how you're going to get it and see what happens. Now I will say that I don't really know what this discoloration is inside my chassis. I don't know if the camera's picking that up real well. But it's got some sort of discoloration. Let me see if bringing it over here will be any better. Yeah, you can definitely see that discoloration. I don't really know what that's all about, and I hope it doesn't cause me any kind of problems. But nice wheelie bar. Let's put this back up here. Let's see what comes in the pack real quick before we bring over another car next to it and take a look at it. Compare it in size to the bigger 8th scale model. But it looks like just your typical book. Maybe I was wrong. This is a lot thicker than the last 3S line. This must be the how-to stuff. How to change your mesh and pinion. Looks like how to get it out, how you build your slipper, and there's your exploded view. Get start book. I always read these things. Generally there's not a bunch of new stuff in it, but just in case. And this has got all the programming information. I use the box. I don't know if this is going to be firmware updated or not. I'll let you know when I hook it up to the computer and find out. Apparently this book is shared with the Outcast because that's the pictures in it. What's this? I guess they gave me 2 technical packs, 2 exploded views. In case I lose one, I guess. And it looks like just the new little tool that they give you to take the wheels off. This is also how you take the shocks apart. That's what this little these little spots are. This is for like the shocks on the Vortex, and if you were to buy any of the 3S line aluminum upgraded ones. That's to adjust the slipper clutch, and I think that just might be a 7mm. Kind of a handy tool, and a couple little hex wrenches. And again, it comes with the SLT3. I mean, I like the way they feel in my hand, and I remember when they first came out, I mean, they're alright. I shouldn't knock it. They're a great way to start in the hobby. They work great. They have good range. They're not like the old ones, the STX or SXT2s. Those were trash can material. Let me grab something over here and let's line it up side by side before we end this. You can't laugh. This one's dirty. Way dirty. it had a good bash last time. So, I mean, I guess wheelbase, they don't really seem too far off, but width, they don't look too bad. Just the body looks so much smaller than this, but the overall size in comparison, I mean, you can see it. So it's definitely a lot lighter than my EXB. Let me go grab the Outcast. So it's longer than a 6S Outcast, and I mean, the bodies are still a little bit bigger. I would almost assume that it's probably wider as well if it's that much longer. They're about right there with each other. That's pretty close. Now this has got 4S backflips on it, not the 6S backflips, so. Okay guys, there it is. In all its glory, what I've been waiting on for what seemed like months. But it is finally here. Tomorrow I'll be taking it to the BMX park. We're going to do a bash up there. Probably a couple different videos are going to come from that. But that's it. I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you don't mind, like it, comment, you know, all that stuff. Like I said in the beginning, there's going to be a link in the description of my local hobby shop where I got this from. I'm pretty sure they have a few more if you're having a problem finding one. Just click the link below. Let them know I sent you, and they'll get you one taken care of. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for watching.